Hey guys, this is Zoltan from Flowbite, and today I want to show you how you can upgrade Flowbite to Tailwind V4 beta. The good news is that whether you have a Flowbite project from 1 year ago or 3 years ago, the upgrade is going to be seamless. You need to follow some of the setup guides, but I'm happy to say that you don't have to change anything in your HTML markup. Other than maybe a few deprecated changes that Tailwind came with, but mostly it's going to be a pixel perfect upgrade. Before getting into this, I just want to let you know that this is still in beta, so we still recommend using version 3 of Tailwind until there is a stable release of the 4th version. But without further ado, let's check out the upgrade guide. So what we're going to do today is that we're going to take a Flowbite project that uses version 3 of Tailwind, and we will attempt to upgrade to Tailwind version 4 following the guide on Flowbite. So let's get started. You can actually see this guide whether you go to our quick start page or our introduction page. You can scroll down or just click here and you can go to Tailwind V4 directly. And here you can see that we will link you to the official upgrade guide as well, which is this one. So this is like a really long page with an initial setup of what you have to change in your current setup to upgrade from V3 to V4. But otherwise, there's a lot of like new features that is being explained here really well. Some CSS configuration stuff as well, and the changes compared to V3. There are a few deprecated changes, but it's nothing too big. Like there are some of the rounded classes and the shadow classes. They have changed a little bit, but it's nothing major. What you need to know about the 4th version of Tailwind is that configuration is much easier. And for example, if beforehand you had to specify the content path, so telling Tailwind where to look for the classes, you no longer have to do this. This is being done automatically. There are some options that you can set to do this manually, but overall I think that it's a good upgrade. It's much faster when it comes to compiling time, and it does move the JavaScript configuration from your Tailwind config file to native CSS layers and variables, which I think is a welcoming update that will help you to theme projects more properly. We are going to do some of these things at Flowbite, but currently we should just see how we can upgrade to V4. So the project that I'm going to upgrade is our open source admin dashboard, which is this one. You can get it yourself as well. I already have it locally. So as you can see, we still have Tailwind V3 here, and if I can find the localhost address and open it up, you can see that the project is here and it works fine. So let's attempt to update this to Tailwind V4. So the first step is to install all of the next versions of the Tailwind and Flowbite libraries. So what this next tag does is that it basically installs the beta version, because the stable release is still the one that you use on NPM to just say Tailwind CSS. So that's why we have to tag these with the next tag. So let's copy and paste this. And this is going to install all of the new versions that we need. And while that is being done, I'll just come over here and we have to update the post-css-config.js file so that it uses the new post-css plugin. So we're going to take this. We're going to search for the post-css-config file. We have this at this point, so I think we no longer need the auto prefixer plugin, so we'll just copy and paste this here. So that's done. It looks like we've also updated the libraries. Now this is a cool thing. You no longer need to import all of the directives. You can just come here and go to your main CSS file and just delete these and just use import Tailwind CSS. And now here's the thing. What I recommend doing is that if you have a project that has been previously using V3, the easiest way to do this is just locate the Tailwind config file that you've had and just set it up as it is. Obviously, we will recommend for new V4 projects to set up the variables and the fonts and the plugins directly inside your main CSS file. But for now, let's just do this because the guys from Tailwind were really careful about backwards compatibility. So that is very good news indeed. So that's done. And what we also need to do is slightly update the compilation code. I already have some of these in the package.json file. So all I really need to do is update this little keyword. All right, cool. Now let's see whether it works or not. Okay, so that was really fast. Let's head to the preview. Yep, seems to work. Let's see the CSS file. Yeah, so it uses V4 of Tailwind, which is great. And I can tell by the fact that the hover style on the buttons is not changing to cursor pointer, which means that Tailwind V4 is being loaded indeed. Yeah, looks like it works wonders. Yeah, there we go. Let's see whether the responsive classes work. They do. Amazing. Dark mode? Yep. Yeah, that's great. Carousel works. Let's go back to the home page. Let's get back to desktop view. I think this is something that we've had previously, so we've got to check that out. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty seamless upgrade. And just to check, yeah, we have the latest version here. We have the 3.0 beta version of Flowbite. You're going to have to need this because we did some updates to our plugin. Because there were a few breaking changes on the JS level with Tailwind, so we managed to do that to make it easier for you guys. All right, that's the upgrade. I suggest you, like, this is something that's still changing. Like, for example, when I first configured, I had to reset some form styles and button styles at Flowbite, and now they've done beta 2, which reintroduced the old styles, so that makes the upgrade easier. So I recommend you checking this out and playing around with it. Our version is still in beta, so you are more than welcome to provide us with feedback, or if your project had some breaking changes that don't look good, you can just let us know, because that's why we're here, and we can make it upgrade it. So thank you very much for listening. Other than the V4 upgrade, we've been working really hard on a new dashboard layout, and that's going to come with a lot of exciting stuff like chat UI and Kanban boards and a calendar, and all of this is going to be functional. I hope that we can release it before the end of the year. We are basically 99% done with it. If you have the pro version, you can just message us on support and we will send you the files over so you can test it out. As I said, it's almost done, but we are really careful about the quality of our release. So we're gonna take our time to provide the best quality of the content, design, and code that we can provide. We have huge plans even before the end of the year and for next year to release new stuff. So definitely stay tuned and thank you for listening. Bye bye.